I'm Ben.
I'm Ron.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jason, and this is Hometown Has-Beens. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hometown Has-Beens, episode 5. Today, we're going to be talking about herping, which is an exciting hobby of Ryan's, and just getting older and weird things that happen. So we'll go from there.
So, me and my little boy, when he was a little bit younger than he is, I'd lay down with him before bed and we watched some YouTube videos. So we come across this when he was, it's probably a couple years ago. And it's called, the YouTube channel is called NFK Herping. So I didn't know what herping was.
Hold on. Let's ask. I know what it is. I remember because you told me.
Okay.
Ben, what do you think herping is?
Well, I was about to Google herping.
No.
So I don't.
Well, what do you
think
just straight
it
off
is?
the dome.
If somebody came up to me and said something about herping, I don't want to say what
You would think STDs.
100. What sounds like herpes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Chris, are you in that?
I don't know.
But
I don't
that's
want to
what-
say what I think it is.
So you
or-
think it's something about?
I would imagine it's
Transmit,
something
yeah.
Well,
outdoors.
okay. So one of the things, right, is you get if you have. There's different kinds of herpes, right? Like you get, isn't it? Like you can get like bumps on,
All right,
like
we
you
get
get
it.
on your,
Stop.
like on your lips. If you
okay.
get a cold sore, like the joke is always you got herpes, right? That's always like
Yeah,
the
I
joke,
remember,
right?
yeah.
That's some kind of herpes
Pineapple
going on.
Express. So that's a fever blister. You got herpes?
So is it
Trying to get
is
that
it a fever?
scholarship.
Bouncing the aerobics.
Is
Okay.
it
No,
is
it's
it
nothing
is it
to
the
do.
time lapse
Just
video
stop.
of a
Just
cold
stop.
sore developing on your?
That's a pretty good guess.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say it's
Let's take it
something
out.
outside. I don't know. What's it called when you explore caves? That's not
Cave exploring.
Hiking.
Oh no,
What's
I
that-
had
what's
it.
that
I
called?
had it and I lost it.
Cave.
Cave tourism.
Calunking or something.
Vertical. Hey,
spelunking.
Spelunking.
Ben-
Spelunking.
I don't think it's spelunking. It's probably
Yeah, I think it
splunking.
is.
Ben
I'll bet
probably.
you 100.
No, I'm not. Ben, you're already an addict. I'm
Ben-
not betting you.
Don't enable him, Jason.
Ben probably explores caves on like some Google app.
I'm sure he does.
Just look at the image.
All right, shut up.
That's awesome.
Shut up. Listen.
Finding
listen,
old Cherokee
listen.
writings.
Shut up. Listen.
It is spelunking. I
Alright,
do
he
it.
does.
That's awesome.
All right, Ryan, tell me what it is.
All right, so herping, and herping is when you go out and you look for, you try to find snakes, lizards,
I already don't like this topic.
salamanders,
Under
anything.
rocks.
Under rocks.
No.
Or-
Why?
rock flipping.
Leave him alone.
Yeah. So this guy, and he's actually like a conservationalist. Like he likes these things, and he's a cool guy. Like, I mean, so anyway, so he goes out and he'll so he's in North Georgia. So there's a lot of places in North Georgia.
Is this going to give me nightmares?
No, dude, it's like you should watch it.
I'm scared
It'll
of snakes.
100%
You should watch
give
it.
me nightmares.
What is the phobia of snakes? I got it.
I couldn't pronounce it.
I finish my
Yeah, go ahead.
herping? I
Yeah,
just
go
No,
ahead.
wanna-
the snake.
Go
Dude,
I
all
hate
right.
them too.
So he goes out and like these places that have a lot of junk, he'll get permission from them to go out, and so the
I've
best.
seen some of these.
Yeah, so the ones that it seems like he finds the most, like you know how when you have tin laying on the ground for a long time, and
Yeah.
and the grass dies under it,
And
dude.
snakes.
Dude,
Ugh.
he will flip this. He flips the tin over,
There'll be
And
like
it's-
5 snakes.
and it's called flipping, and there'll be like snakes. Just,
No.
yeah, like so, and you
I
know,
can't do that.
so whenever you're around tin on the ground, no, you better watch out. But
That's
he,
a good.
Oh my god,
That's
dude.
a good
Oh,
public service
It's
warning right
beside my dad's giant shop that is like
there. Every
falling
redneck
apart.
shop.
Yes, it's
And
falling apart.
yeah,
Like one of
there's
those
some tin.
storms is gonna knock it down, and I can't wait.
yeah.
It gone.
There's a bunch of tin
Yeah, you
Dude.
on the side. Those snakes
know.
are. Oh my god, they're so
Dude,
close to
It's
me.
not worth building your
let
chicken
me
coop.
and so me and Ryland now.
It's gonna eat the pigs.
Me, so, but me and Rylan now, when we go play disc golf or we do anything outside, when we see a good rock, or a lot of times
Hold on.
Describe a good
Another,
rock.
another reason for you
Alright.
not to play disc golf.
a good rock. So it has
Flat?
to, yeah, but like large but movable.
So like me.
It's got to create. It's got to be dry underneath. That's why tin is so good, and it gets warm, and the snakes like. So
How do you know that the rock's gonna be dry underneath?
well, I mean, you get to where you can kind of tell
Because it has a large diameter that covers a big enough space.
Yeah,
that it doesn't-
yeah, and they'll slide up.
Have
But
you-
mostly, it seems like more salamanders under. But anyway, so I started watching this, dude. There's snakes around here that I didn't know. Like, have y'all ever heard of a hognose snake?
I don't want to.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hognose, is
stop.
that-
I'm not
I've
going
heard
to
of
sleep.
They
Is
look
that from
crazy.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
No, they look crazy. See, you didn't know. And there's like mud snake. I didn't realize how many species
Are
of snakes.
hognose snakes around here? Really?
Yeah,
What's a hognose?
They look
it's
mean.
it.
Dude.
Oh, they look mean. Yeah,
Like ready to fight?
yeah.
Oh,
Are they?
But-
Are they aggressive?
Well,
they're not venomous.
so this guy,
I don't.
this
I still don't
yeah,
want to get bit.
no.
this guy, unless it's venomous, he like picks them up. Now he's done this a long time, but I mean they never bite. Snakes
we
are
are
so
not
Question.
advocating for picking up
question.
snakes. on
I
this
have a real
podcast.
question about it. I heard this the other day. I'm asking if it's true.
Okay.
You seem to be expert here.
Okay.
I heard a snake can only strike a third of its length.
Well, yeah, because it
That's
just
is
I
that
don't know the exact, but if you think about how it coils, I mean it's really just a small portion of it that's coiling.
So,
But like I'll give you an example. So y'all know copperheads are notoriously
Venomous.
venomous and aggressive, but the truth is they're not. That you just can't see them. My daughter stepped right beside a copperhead. I mean, right beside it.
Why are you putting your daughters in situations?
We were
like
playing
this?
disc golf.
See,
And
I'm not.
I picked her
can't,
up,
man.
dude, and she almost stepped on its head. And but anyway, you guys, all our listeners, all 350,000 of you, you guys need to go to search NFK herping and check this guy because it's crazy though.
There's a lot of Templar rattlers around here, right?
Yeah. I mean, he finds rattlesnake. I mean, the one I want to see is it's a type of king snake, but it looks like a kind of like a coral snake. I've never seen one. I want to see one of those.
so you're like a snake enthusiast now?
Yeah, this guy is really like I hated snake, but now this guy has kind of turned me and my. But it's good because now Rylan knows all the species of snakes. He knows which ones that.
So you like snakes?
I do.
But when we were preparing our space, so we can start the YouTube
Yes,
channel,
Oh, that's a good point.
you find a snake skin,
it's a big snake skin. Though.
And you quit.
and you refused.
That's
Yes.
like the best herping
clear
ever,
it
right?
out.
No,
Like,
no,
the-
dude,
the
no,
herping-
no, no,
You
no,
could have
no.
made your own show.
You could've made your own herping video.
So here's my herping. Here's my herping. I like when I'm expecting it, and in that little, we were looking for a space to do this podcast, and I have a little shed out back. The problem with sheds is that they can be above you as well. Like you don't know when you're gonna find one. When you flip a piece of tin, you're expecting it. And if there's a stack of tin, you flip one piece, there'll be one under there. Flip another one, there's
Dude,
another one.
This is
I've
my
seen-
gosh!
Yeah.
There's a jungle of snakes.
I've seen
The
people
jungle
do
is
that.
snakes.
Can I
Miles.
come? Can we come to? I want to come and flip tin with you.
Okay,
Will you be there? You got to be there though.
you can. You won't do it with me.
No, but I mean you'll be there,
but
like
you
in the
can
yard
do
with
it.
us.
I will watch from my.
You'll
porch.
watch from the porch.
or maybe even
some binoculars. I'll come watch
from.
with some
I
binoculars.
may stand on a ladder above you and film it because
Yeah.
this could be good content.
Yeah.
Um,
But dude, y'all need to go look at it. It's really cool. It really is.
No, it ain't.
NFK
I bet
herping.
it is, but it
I've
ain't getting
seen-
my views.
I've seen
leads
people-
me-
I've seen people on Instagram doing it,
Yeah.
and I'll watch that because it's on Instagram. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
I'd rather
personally.
do that.
Like,
You know those little videos where it's like they like jump scare you and it's like this snake just jumps at you. You know how many times I have dropped my phone in bed and hit my head on the headboard,
yeah, I'm not into that.
and my wife loves it every minute. Like so, when she finds one, she's like, "Oh, you got to watch this."
I was cutting grass last year, and a black snake, a big black snake,
Yeah.
like was in high grass and just like flew out of it, and it scared me. I was on a lawnmower, and
Yeah.
I was like, ah, and I swerved. But
yeah.
there's a dude on Instagram. Have you ever seen a guy? I wish I knew his name. I could, if I'd searched, I could find it. But he walks around the Everglades barefooted.
Oh
and,
my
and
gosh!
like and picks up every kind of snake that's
pythons and
there.
stuff?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And but like he'll be like from me to you from alligators.
Dude, you get paid
and like
for killing pythons.
he calls them
Not
swamp
killing,
Catching.
yeah.
catching.
He calls them swamp puppies.
But you get paid to kill them too.
Yeah, he. Let me see if I can find this dude. But
Well,
he literally just walks around. It's crazy.
Have you seen
There's
the
that
pythons?
show. Yeah, there's that show because when storm
like,
came through, all those snakes
got loose out of that.
Which hurricane was that?
I don't remember.
Hey,
I don't know.
Jason, speaking of
But it's like they ride on those trucks on those like little swamps,
All right,
like the
check this
road
out.
levee roads or whatever.
Yes,
and they see
and
them
they get
sunning
'em.
and they jump off
get
and
'em,
grab
man.
them.
It is nuts.
Look at this.
No, I ain't
Like he's in the
doing that.
Everglades, just like that's an alligator right at his feet.
Oh,
and
bump
and
that.
he's barefooted, like
I ain't
calf
doing
deep.
alligators, dude. They can kill you.
Yeah.
So can snakes.
I'm not
Snakes
doing
can't kill you,
yeah.
dude.
Oh, okay. All
Look,
right.
here he is.
Hold on.
Stop.
He's got him
You
on.
get bit by a copperhead, how long you got to
Man,
get
you
somewhere?
got time. It's gonna make
It
you.
depends. If
It
it's a
probably
baby.
is gonna make you just real sick.
So,
If
like,
it's a baby, it's gonna get you.
All right,
Because
the
they
only-
release.
the
No,
only
listen.
one-
I actually have a point. The younger ones, they can't
that's
control
true.
how much venom they let out.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
when
yeah,
they
okay,
bite you,
that's
they
true.
send it all.
But do they have as much as an adult?
I don't know.
They
It
do
doesn't
say
matter.
that they
It
do
is
say
worse
that
to get bit by a
adults
baby
are usually
snake
the first one might be dry. They do.
than
I've
an
heard that.
adult.
Yeah, but-
But the only one in Georgia,
But people
It's-
also say that babies don't sleep as good during a full moon. That's stupid.
No, I
that's
think-
full
no, I
moon
think
nonsense.
this is
This
something
is snake.
That's
This
what
is like
people-
scientifically proven. Not
No, I believe
Oh,
that
wise
they
tale.
release all of their venom. I'm
Right.
saying no way a baby copperhead has as much venom as an adult.
I know how you can never find out. Never
don't
get
get
close to
bit.
so
Don't go flipping.
I don't think copperheads or timber rattlers are as bad. Like I think the one venomous one in Georgia that's supposed to be real bad is like an eastern diamondback.
Diamondbacks
Oh,
are pretty
bum.
tough.
We got
I
those?
think
We got
not
those?
not up here.
No, we
Listen.
got timber
rattlers.
Yeah.
So this leads me to
They
a
are
great
in Georgia, but they're
story
more like South Georgia.
yeah.
that I found in the news because sometimes
There's
I
also-
look at news stories for
Also, a
us.
thing called milk snake. It's really cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
You can milk a snake.
No, it's called a milk snake.
Anything with them.
I got
Yeah, give me their nipple.
What's his name?
I have nipples, Greg. You can milk me.
Name the movie now.
Meet the Fockers.
Meet the parents.
Dang it.
All right. So this man in Arizona. This could be Ryan. He's at his kid's birthday party. And hold on, I want to know what kind of snake it is.
I want to know what love is.
I want you to show me. That was good, Chris.
It's a rattlesnake. All right. In Arizona, a rattlesnake.
Okay.
Probably a diamondback.
Probably a diamondback.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be a Western diamondback.
He picks it up.
Jason, Ben is already a freaking like. Okay, go ahead.
He picks it up. He says, when the kids saw it, I grabbed it because he's at his kid's birthday party.
His kids grab it.
No, he grabs it.
Okay, he grabs
I showed them how to catch it, and I was playing it with it like little kids do.
Well,
He lost grip on the Joker's head. It bit him in the neck and face.
Oh my god.
And he said, hey, we got to go to the hospital.
hey.
So he almost died.
Well, side note, y'all also know I'm Pentecostal.
I'm about to say, this sounds like those really intelligent people that go to them snake handling
Wait.
churches.
All right, but though I am Pentecostal, we do not handle snakes. Never been to one that did.
Yeah, dude, I'm not a snake guy. I know people that will, no matter what kind of snake it is, just go and pick it up.
I do not like that. I won't touch them. I won't pet
I
them.
was
at
at
zoos.
a career day the other day. I won't say where. Okay, I'm at a career day.
Career day.
There's like 300 students there,
He says, I won't say.
I have a good idea what you're talking about.
and I'm walking around because it's my. I'm
There's
walking
only one
around.
place there's career days.
You had a career day at
I don't
Ethicon. Like,
There's all
Down at the
these
DuPont-
different.
The world of Coke. The world of Coke had a career day.
Well, I didn't want to, give too much. So we're walking around, and
then
there's
he
all
said
these
students.
different careers set up. And I'm walking around supervising the people I get paid to supervise.
those are children.
And so I get the University of Georgia set up there, and they got all these reptiles in these cages, like salamanders and turtles, and
Those are,
I don't know. They got all kind of stuff. They got all kind of animals, all different.
he
stuff.
almost said spiders. That's not a reptile.
Yeah, but so I'm getting really one of these people at this career day
It's
come and they're like, "Hey, come look at this salamander." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." So I go to look at this salamander, and I turn my head to the right. The lady from UGA has got a snake wrapped around her hand. and it's about 3 feet from my face.
Dude, they're not aggressive.
So
man.
I don't want to be the guy.
I didn't
but
know.
I'm
I
gonna
froze.
be the guy.
I was about to flip that table. I did not know what to do.
I don't want to be that guy, but a salamander's not a reptile; it's an amphibian.
I didn't
is.
think that's why I was
yeah,
about.
because so
Whatever.
herping is, I don't know the exact, but
Well, you
it
should.
covers all. Like I think even turtles count.
Oh, speaking of turtles, Ryan has this. There's this bug that he knows about that you step on it and you can't kill it.
Yeah,
Right?
don't.
He's
it's
like,
Cow
like,
ant?
"Hi."
A cow ant?
Yes,
It
I
ended
told
up
you.
being a cow ant.
Yes. Okay.
But he was describing it as an orangish red and black
Those are
little
cool
thing.
things,
And I
man.
said, Ryan, I think you're talking about a box turtle. Because all I could think about
Turtle.
was Kevin from The Office. And he said, I got a turtle and I ran it over and I put its shell back together and and the turtle's dead the whole time. What about the episode when he's describing
they thought
his dog?
Yeah, his
And
dog.
he's like, people at work are really interested about you. Because I thought it was dead. She just lays there. She doesn't eat anything, doesn't drink anything.
Dude, have you ever heard Kevin like talk
Like
for-
Brian Bumgarner actually speak. Yeah, it's
It throws me off, man.
It
Like,
is.
throws
Like, he
me
put
off.
that
His
voice on
character.
for
so
years.
Yeah, so long.
But it's a little different from season 1.
Yeah.
Like season 1, Kevin is not quite the same as
yeah.
That's
the
kind
other
of
seasons.
that's also how
interesting.
every show is, though. Like if you watch shows, people
even
kind of
King
find,
of the Hill.
Yeah, they kind of
Yeah.
find their characters, and like, and you go back and watch the first seasons, and it's kind of cringy because it gets
Oh
better.
yeah, it
as
gets
it
better.
goes.
What was the girl's name that died from King of the Hill? That was Bobby's voice. No, it wasn't Bobby. It was Luann's voice.
Brittany Murphy.
Rest
You
in peace.
know her
Rest in
like
peace,
fiance.
Golly.
She died from like pneumonia or something, and like a month or two before, her boyfriend also died from like pneumonia, and they were both young and healthy. So people thought that it might be like a mold problem in their house or something.
Can I just be honest? This is maybe a stereotype, but when I hear of celebrities dying, I just assume it's drugs.
That being said, The Office would never be around today. Like it would not make it to TV. today.
Not
Yeah.
like
Not on like.
televised.
Yeah,
You
CBS.
could stream it. Yeah, it would be.
Do you think
but I
it
still
would
think it would be
made?
Oh yeah,
No.
the kids watch it now all the time.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't
do
think
you
you can
think
make it today.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think it would get produced today? Like it would.
I don't know. Like there's, like I was watching Shane Gillis's new show the other day that's on Netflix. And
What
it's
is
a
it?
lot, it's called like Tires or something, and it's honestly a lot like The Office or a show like that, but like they work at like a tire store.
What about Tropic Thunder?
That would not be made today. Chocolate Thunder would not.
I'm a dude
Did he just
playing
say
a dude.
chocolate
Could
thunder?
be another dude.
Chocolate Thunder
I did. I meant tropic, but I said chocolate. I was
sounds like an
thinking-
ice cream.
I was thinking about
Mayfield's new flavor.
There was
Chocolate
something-
Thunder.
that sounds so good.
There was something that Chris said in the last podcast that when I listened to it, when I was editing it, I was telling Ben like Chris said something off the wall that we just completely didn't even notice,
recognize. Yeah.
but it was so wrong.
That's what I'm saying, dude. When
lot.
my wife listens, she laughs so hard at Chris's one-liners that make zero sense. Like,
It should be inside my head.
I bet it's a tough place. It's tough for you just to get out of bed and like.
It's not easy.
What did Daryl say to Michael? That's not like, dude. It takes courage just to beat you.
Michael. All right, so you said
That's why I need time to think. Like just off the cuff is terrible.
who keeps hitting the table?
It's definitely been.
I'm scratching my leg on the side of the table.
That's
fair.
that,
Okay, yeah.
Good
speaking-
segue.
all right,
Good segue.
Old people tendencies. I realize the older I get, I'm still young. Like we're all still young and
Yeah.
fairly healthy.
Ish.
Like we can still do things.
Most of the time.
Can I
Not
tell you-
parkour, but
Yeah.
what do you want, Chris?
I wanted to go back. I said something at church the other day that was terrible.
Am I gonna have to cut this?
No. I meant to quote Karl Barth, who is a German theologian, and I said Karl Marx.
And everybody at church said, "What?"
Yeah, they were like, Karl Marx said that?
Yeah.
No, he did not. So
Yeah.
Karl
Anyways.
Barth said
Dude,
that.
I wouldn't quote Karl Marx.
We're all, we're in fairly good health. We can do things,
Yeah.
but I realize, and maybe like Chris is definitely an old soul. Yeah. Right. Like we can agree with that. And maybe I am to some aspects, but something keeps happening to me that my wife finds hilarious because it happens so frequently. So, 2-lane roads, you got double yellow lines. That's like no pass.
Yeah.
And then you got the what is it?
White line?
Dotted yellow.
Oh, where you can pass. Yeah.
Passing
Lines.
areas. I get passed a lot on 2-lane roads. Like,
I never get past.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever been passed in my entire life.
Like too much. The big issue I have with it is they don't wait for the lines to not be double yellow.
Ooh.
So apparently I'm going so slow.
They can't take
That
it
they're-
anymore.
And I've been behind people like that, but I always wait. But it was so bad that every time for a pretty long stretch, every time we got in the car and went somewhere as a family, I got passed. Like on 2-lane roads, double yellow lines. And I'm driving the speed limit. Like I'm maybe a little under.
Well, let me ask you, do you get so when I get passed, this is part of my crazy psyche of competitiveness. My immediate thought, so do you have this immediate thought? When I get passed, my immediate thought is that guy thinks he's braver than me. And it pisses me off.
If you're the guy that speeds up when somebody tries to pass you, you're a horrible person.
Yeah.
I don't speed up because I care about the person. I don't want him to die. But I just think when the guy passes me, he thinks he's a better driver, and he thinks that he's more important. Like that's
he
how,
does definitely think he's more important.
He's more important
Or what
than me.
he's doing
Well, yeah.
is more important than apparently what you're doing.
Yeah, because
going
I'm not in as big a hurry as and that he's braver than me because he's willing to go fast, and it burns me up.
And maybe this is speaking of my old people tendencies. My thought is that jackwagon is going too fast.
Yeah, you're
every
old.
time.
Yeah, you're old.
I always say he's got kids in the car. Like, come on.
But somebody that has irritable bowel syndrome,
IBS, man. Yeah.
you don't know what's going on in that
That's
car,
true.
man.
That's
Like
true,
it
bro.
might be like it's about to get ugly, or I'm gonna have to pass this guy.
Have y'all ever?
Well, that's part of getting old.
One day-
sometimes
That's
you get a
true.
crack
That's
or
true.
pass.
So
One
you
day-
could be the guy going fast because you're old.
So depends. Hit us up. One day it was so bad. Like we went from Banks Crossing to home, and 25 minutes. I got past 3 times.
Wait, it took you 20.
That's a 25 minutes.
minutes.
All right,
That's about right.
yeah. Because
I'm the
Yeah.
other
You on
end.
the other end of okay.
yeah,
3
you
times.
got past 3 times.
I know it made me so mad. I almost pulled over and let my wife drive.
What do you?
That's how bad it was.
What do you do on like major
never do
highways?
that.
Like
I
if you're going
drive.
down an 8 lane,
8 lane?
yeah, like
Like I'm going to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I go fast. Like I get past everybody.
Well, let me ask y'all because I have this theory about Atlanta traffic.
Right.
I'm assuming Houston, Atlanta, all these big cities would be the same way for all our listeners. I think you got to go a little faster
You can if it's
than
70.
the crowd.
You gotta
There-
go fast.
There's no speed limit in Atlanta.
No,
dude.
you're right.
It
You
actually
go
changes
with the
nowadays.
crowd. You just
You
go with the crowd.
Go with the flow of traffic.
I think you got to go a little faster.
So-
than the
I
crowd.
stay with the flow. Like I'm not going to be far
Ben
far
is the
left
expert
lane,
on
but
this
I'm going to be
subject.
like a little bit to the right of that.
So when I'm on a
I'm not gonna
road
be far
like in
right
Metro
either.
Atlanta, I kind of just pretend I'm in a race,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and you're just racing against all these people.
Well, that's how
Somewhere
everybody
in the
else
ways
pretends
we
too.
run.
You know,
Apparently,
and
Coming
you just
undone.
how many
you
mattresses?
just bob and weave, baby. Just bob and weave.
Look, I'm a big believer. No homeless person should ever have no mattress.
because
because
of how
if-
many is on the side.
Well, Have
If
you ever
you
seen
just
those, like,
drive down
online-
85, you're gonna find a mattress.
Have you ever
should
seen
have a
like the
mattress.
online conspiracy theories about like Mattress Firm or one of those mattress stores?
No.
Because there's never anybody in them, and nobody ever buys new mattresses from them,
that's
and there'll be
true.
like 2 of them across the street from each other, and they're like, man, it's like
But they have
it's like
commercials.
they're like selling drugs and stuff or something.
Oh.
They got to be doing something.
Maybe they're just
You go in there to
like-
buy
like
a
a- it's
mattress
like-
and
it's
it's
like a
like
front.
$5,000.
what do they call it when you launder money? It's like washing.
Yeah.
It's
You're
like
washing
they
money.
they're
they don't
laundering
want
money.
you to buy a mattress.
I also don't feel like you should call your
it's the
mattress
Ozarks.
company mattress firm.
It's a play on words.
It should be mattress soft.
No, but like a
No,
firm.
but firm
Like a-
mattresses are better for my back. Okay,
Well, but
I'm
that's
old.
not the point.
I like a firm
Like-
mattress too.
like
I
do
can't
you
do
have
a
a
soft
do
one.
you have a
Like they're
CPAP
the
machine?
mattress
do
firm.
you have a CPAP? Do you have a CPAP, Jason?
Guys,
Dude, please tell me you got a CPAP, Ben?
no, but I will say
If you have a sleep out machine, never mind.
it's crazy.
Okay.
That's
I-
when you know.
over the past like 3-ish years, 2 or 3 years, I've changed more in those 3 years than I did the 10 years before them. Like I've stopped listening to any new music. I hurt so bad that I can't get out of I can't sleep late.
You need a
I'm
firm
still
mattress.
so like on a Saturday, I get up. This sounds terrible. I get up, and then I'll be up for like a couple hours, and I'll be like, I need to take a nap. like
The
because-
morning nap.
No, because he woke up at 4 a.m.
because when I wake up, I wake up because I'm so sore. I'm still sleepy, but my back hurts. So
yeah.
I have to get up, even though I wish I could keep sleeping.
Dude, that's-
For the record,
That's
I
old,
do
yeah.
not have a CPAP machine, although my wife has suggested it countless times.
Oh, mine too.
Dude. All right, so how do you know what's the official that guy is definitely old, like he's given up? Like what has to
Minivan.
I bought a minivan
That's a good one.
and I was passed 3 times.
But that's
driving.
Driving
but
by
hold on.
yourself.
The minivans
I was not alone.
when you've given up on being a man. Like
Just giving up on life.
that person
The whole like the mental shift of
Like they really don't
So-
care what
everything's
they
busted.
think anymore.
Like you don't
So,
care anymore.
you don't.
right?
Oh yeah.
This is the
I
thing.
think so.
I think it's a lack of shame. And I'll give you an
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
So when I was young, when I was in even just like my early 20s, my dad would always go. We've always trout fished together, and he would always be like, "Man, if you just go like in like downtown Helen, you can catch a bunch of trout, but you have to dodge the tubers." And I was always like, I'm never
gonna be that
gonna
guy.
be this loser dodging tubers, like drinking beer, having a good time. I'm like this goober. Dude, I freaking go downtown Helen and dodge tubers now. I don't even care. I've caught fish under people on a tube before.
awesome.
I think it's if you spend your Tuesday, like a random night, like a Wednesday night at Applebee's, like a chain restaurant, at that bar
You're just a loser.
by yourself.
You're not old.
Like,
You're just a
that's-
loser.
Whoa.
You've just quit.
Whoa.
Well, but that's not the old. That's not old because
Why are you calling people that sit at bars losers?
No,
By
no.
themselves.
I was
At
very.
Applebee's.
I think when
Yeah,
you
like
Let
when
me
you-
give a shout out. If
Dude, I know
you
people-
listen to
I know-
this and you go to a bar from Monday to Thursday at a chain restaurant and you sit there most of the evening, you're a loser. You need a life.
What's the limit before you have to okay, you've been here for 2 hours
And you're not
like,
a truck driver.
Yeah, like they
Like you're not stopped at the TA across
No, that's-
the road.
What
you
if
just
it's
need that.
not
That's what-
chain Applebee's?
I think
What if
that's
they
You
go,
know what you need?
What if they go to the local dive
You need to
bar?
listen to the Kenny Chesney song, Good Stuff. Yeah, man, that's the good stuff.
but no, like
you
I
need
see,
to listen to that song
Why-
and think about
Chris
your life.
is just singing songs today. He switched roles
Yeah.
with Ryan.
But I said, all right. So here's my thought. Like these dudes go, but they're random. They're not like, I feel like if you go to the, like, I don't drink, so I'm not a bar guy, but I feel like if you go to the bar to see this person, you're going with friends. That's a hangout.
Yeah,
They're
or even
going
if,
just randomly talking to people on Thursday
But
night.
the thing
I'm
is,
going to the,
I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate because I do not hang out at Applebee's. I just sit in my garage, but
Because he's old.
because I'm old.
But think about
no,
this.
what I'm saying is like, you ever seen Cheers?
That's my favorite show. So that's
Right.
what I was about to say.
But that's different.
So
That's
it's
cool.
not
It's
different.
it's not the same,
So
man.
so
but
is
they're
different.
all losers on that show.
They're not. They're friends
they're
hanging out.
friends. Like that'd be like if we used to get together and play poker at each other's house.
So we're losers.
like
No,
it's-
we didn't do it every night.
right, but you got
yeah.
but
You
you
They're
gotta put
there,
your-
like the characters of that show, Norm and the mailman, And
mailman-
their
Cliff.
life revolves around
I've never seen
that
Cheers.
bar.
Oh, it's
in that
good.
game.
Right,
It is
but like
so
the
good.
thing is my point is
They have nothing outside that bar.
But well, they might
'Cause
have
it's a
things outside
show.
that part. But
You go to Applebee's tonight and you walk in to eat dinner, which I've probably done once because that anyhow, you're going to see 5 or 6 people. That's their life.
But my thing is you have
do
a
you
wife
think-
and kids at home. If you went home and sat in an empty house by yourself every night, you might want to have some sort of companionship
Right.
and go see people.
It's not about
Like,
it's not about being old.
It's more about like where you're at in your point of life and like
Right.
you need people to talk to.
Okay,
You
so
gonna sit
that's what
alone
I
and
mean by
cry,
you
or are
need-
gonna go
You need a life.
right. But how like you want them to join a bowling league? Like what are we doing?
It would be better than that.
Do
Go
you
to
think?
church.
Do you think? Do you
Chris
think they?
has such,
Go to
he
church
hates
every
this.
night?
Yes, he does not like these people
He hates
at
them.
all.
I don't hate them. I feel sorry for them.
It doesn't sound like
Because you go sit at Applebee's and you know the people that are there. They're just stopping to have a drink. Like,
Hey.
but then you know the regulars.
Hey, what about? All right, I got two questions. All right, first of all, do you think that it's like okay, Tuesday I'm hitting up Applebee's, Wednesday Outback, Thursday it's like
No.
Longhorns, and then Friday it's like I'm out, like because we're small town, we don't have
There's not that
we don't
many
have
times.
another one, you know.
I think they go to the same one every night.
All right, second question. What about the 20 somethings at Walmart parking lot? Is that not the
That-
most small town thing ever? The 20 somethings, dude. I
It's
rolled.
been
listen,
like that around here
listen,
forever.
I rolled through Kroger one time. I rolled through the K Roger.
K-Rogers.
That's country for Kroger.
in Jefferson.
No, it's in Gainesville. So I rolled through K Roger in Gainesville.
New Holland.
These dudes, I bet there's like 30, 40-year-olds sitting in the Kroger parking lot with lawn chairs. Not a single female out there, just dudes sitting in lawn chairs. They're worse. That's worse than the Applebee's bar.
Can I tell
dude.
you this quick story? So in Oakwood, every year they have a pretty good fireworks show around July 4th at the college, at North Georgia College. Pretty good fireworks show. It's never on July 4th. It's always like the Friday before or after. Like it's always around that time.
Because you're going to the really good ones on the 4th.
Yeah, like, but it is pretty good. Anyhow, so my wife's family, they are from Oakwood. A lot of them still live there. So we would always go to the Walmart there, the Sam's Club, and set up, go get pizza. Like we just tailgate for a couple hours, man. We just ready for the show. You know?
Yeah.
So we go this one year, and we're setting up, and we've been out there, and we're like, man, we got the best parking spot this year. Nobody's out here. This
That's
is
kind of old
awesome.
too. That's old too.
So we sit
No
there,
way.
and like nobody else comes. We ain't put it. Nobody's like figured out. We need to look up what day this is.
Oh my God. It
We
was
sit
a
there
whole
till
long
dark,
day?
and there's no fireworks. So we just had a
Yes.
family get together. They could have been having a big family get
Y'all-
together. at that
maybe.
K-Rogers.
Maybe they thought there was fireworks or I don't
They
know.
rode by and said, "It's Tuesday night. What losers? Why are they out here?
Dude, I'm just
They need to
saying-
get a life."
Hold on. If you roll through K Roger and you see a bunch of 30-year-old dudes.
Here's the difference. We were there with our
40-year-old
family.
dudes. 40-year-old dudes in lawn chairs in the park. They weren't selling anything, dude. We're not talking about fundraising.
No, they lost the fantasy football challenge.
Dude, no, there was 40 of them. Like it was a whole community of trucks and lawn chairs.
So did we transition to how we know we're a small town?
No.
I don't know. No.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
said
Jason,
that.
did you have a follow up to the?
To the what?
To
I
the
thought-
how you know
You think
you're
I had
old?
a story
I thought
about
you had a
sitting in the
follow-up.
parking lot?
Here's how I know that I'm old. Here's how I go back to that. Here's how I know I'm. I have to have a cup of coffee at about 6:30 to make it to 9 o'clock to bedtime.
Chris, you're the oldest 33-year-old I know.
He's been the oldest.
Dude.
It's because he
the
was
oldest
33 when he was
16-year-old.
18.
Hold on.
He was the oldest
Hold on.
17-year-old. we had.
First of all, let me just describe. Jason's in t-shirt, shorts, hat, blah blah blah. Ben same, me same. Chris is in a polo
And cargo shorts
tucked into cargo shorts right now.
with his glasses on and prescription sunglasses hanging on his neck.
Like this dude could straight up be going to an AARP meeting right now. Like I don't know if they have meetings.
Drinking a Diet Pepsi.
He's going home to watch his.
That's how you know you get old. When you start drinking all diet beverages,
Listen,
that's definitely when you know.
when Chris leaves, he's going to watch his stories. Like right after he's going to watch
The Young
his
and the
stories.
Restless.
They did put
I told you he's got
Days of Our Lives on
told you.
Peacock I know that.
And he knows that because he watches it.
Man, that was the best back in the day when you could watch Days of Our Lives with your parents, during the summer.
No one did that.
From like 10 o'clock to
No,
11.
brother.
My grandma watched her. She watched As the World Turns.
Did she
As
call
the
it the
world-
stories?
And then it
stories,
was,
yeah.
it was passion.
She turned her TV off like 3 or 4 years ago.
She
Yeah.
turned it off.
Yeah, she sits in her house and just like scrolls Facebook.
Dude, no. This is
awesome.
hey, my grandfather.
Hey.
The first time he ever got a TV was literally 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
He's got dementia. He barely knows like my kids' names. He
That's sad.
You can finish talking about him, but I've got something to say.
So I brought my little girl. I brought my little girl, and he kept saying, my grandfather was like, "Boy, he's a cute one. He's a cute." I was like, "Well, Papa, it's a girl," and he's like, "Well, I thought she was pretty for a boy."
Oh,
This got
dude,
real serious real quick.
Inslee was called a boy by everyone, no matter what we put her in for a long time.
Yeah.
Now
you
she's
take
finally
offense
got the
to
curly
that?
hair.
Dude, I didn't even.
I would
correct
always
people.
just say she. They'd be like, "Oh, he's so pretty." I'd be like, "Yeah, she is."
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
make a big deal about it because
Yeah.
they don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
them. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I do think I'm getting dementia.
I think I am too.
I forget
I
things
do too.
too often.
I think that we've talked about this.
Have we?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we've ever
Is
podcasted.
talked
it
about this.
dementia or is it just like that sign too many tabs open? Like
I'm
you
not
got-
a computer.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
you
know what you're saying.
Like you've
Yeah.
seen people like I got too many tabs.
I got too
open.
much stuff
I've
on my mind.
never heard that.
Really? You
I've got
never
too
seen
many
that?
tabs open.
Savannah,
Hey,
Savannah,
real
Savannah
quick.
thinks I'm like ADHD. That's why I can't remember things.
Jason, can you say your children's
Maybe it's a
birthday
male
right
thing.
now?
I can't.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go into for
I can say my kids.
Yeah, but you got both. You know
Yeah.
both of them.
January 26th, August 9th.
When I go to the pharmacy,
I hate that.
they ask me my kid's birthday.
I call my wife.
I can't remember the year.
The year I have to
I put my
count.
wife
have
on
you ever had a-
call before I go up to the counter.
Have you ever had to think about how old you are?
yeah,
I swear I've
yeah.
been like, how old am I gonna be?
Dude,
this year?
it's
Yeah.
been 2010 last year forever for me.
I'm still writing 2009, the year we graduated
I'm
high
like,
school.
It's like 2010.
Life
It's always-
stopped. Life stopped, man. It did. Life stopped, dude. It's
But
yeah, It's crazy.
I may have early onset dementia.
yeah, it's a thing.
I think it's
Sometimes
just a
I worry
man
that I
thing.
do. I really, dude, I can't remember anything.
I
My
can't either.
wife
Dude,
wants me to go to the doctor about it. It's
this
that
is-
bad.
This is
It actually makes me feel better that you two are that one because, like,
Yeah.
I'm worried about myself.
Yeah, I don't remember anything. Like,
well.
no,
I mean,
it's bad.
the other day when
I
we
mean,
were
that's
at your house,
Natasha,
Ben,
dude. Like, coaching with her this year, like,
Well,
it's like
see-
she probably got fed up with me because she would ask me something and I would just completely forget about
But that's the strange thing. I remember everything for basketball, but the
So
rest,
you
the rest of
maybe-
my
Dude,
life.
it. Dude, this
Maybe
week,
it's
so
like
I
a-
had a meeting this week, or no, last week, the last week of school, and it was at 2:00, and the person that I was having the meeting with reminded me of it at 1:15. She had to call me at 1:55 because I wasn't there, and I'd already forgotten about it in those
Yeah.
in that amount of time. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
that
do
bad.
that.
maybe
do
it's. I don't know. I don't.
Dude, yesterday I was going to pick my daughter up. I just drove by. I went like 10 minutes.
You also forgot to drop Rylan off one day.
Oh, I did. So I was supposed to drop
On
my
a school morning, he was in
Yeah.
the back seat.
Yeah. No. So Rylan never shuts up. Right.
Ryan barely dodged being on the news for leaving his kid in the
Yes.
car for 17 hours.
Look, so I drive right past his school road. He's in the back just being quiet as a mouse for once in his life.
Yeah, because he didn't want to go to school.
And I drive. I'm getting out of my car at the high school. I look in my rear view mirror and there's just a little face there. And I'm like, so he had to go to first period with me and everybody's like, "What's wrong? Is he okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just forgot to drive. I forgot about him."
Dude, oh,
When you work at when you live in a small town, you can do that.
so that's how you know that Ryan is old. He's shameless.
And he's the goal.
He just said, "Yeah, I forgot. My
I
kid in the
forgot
car.
him.
I forgot
know.
my kid in the car, but I got him out,
Yeah, I did get him out.
so he's with me now."
He's alive.
It's good. We were not on any kind of news networks.
we were
neglect.
when we were at your house the other day, Ben. We were talking about people that we've seen since working here, and your wife knows them all.
Yeah, it's
and I was
crazy.
like, it's like I'm bad at remembering. She's like, "Yeah, y'all are all terrible at it."
She's a psycho. It's
remembering
borderline
people?
stalkerish how much she knows people, man. Like she's like, oh yeah, I remember them. I'm like,
Maybe she doesn't have dementia. Maybe that's the difference.
Females are better at stuff, dude.
Dude, I walked into
Females
a
care
gas
more.
station on the way to work, and I think I told y'all this story. So I was going to get an energy drink because I didn't sleep well the night before, and I don't think energy drinks really affect me, but I like the taste. So I go to get my coffee energy drink, and I'm like, oh, do I want the coffee one? Do I want the other one? And I have to go around this guy, and it kind of caught my attention because it's like 7 a.m, and he reaches in and gets a strawberry milk at a gas station, which I thought was
A grown man gets a strawberry milk.
at a gas station at 7 a.m. And I was like, I didn't expect that.
He drives a minivan too.
So he doesn't.
I
but
passed him
No,
to go down the
he
road
probably passed
in
me.
a 2-lane.
What if you get passed in a minivan by a minivan of a guy drinking strawberry milk?
I think that's. I
It's a
think that's
grown-ups movie.
that's when I pull over and I just hand over my license.
Yeah, you're right. That's okay. Just as long
Anyways.
as you know.
Yeah. Anyways, so I go past him. I thought it was odd, but I didn't. I'm not going to stare at him because I'm not shameless. So I go and I get my drink and I come back and I hear Jason, and I was like, no way, that's coming from strawberry milk. It was, and he says, hey man, how's it going? And I do the thing that I'm really good at doing because I'm friendly and I'm outgoing and I'll talk to anybody. But I didn't know who this man was, but he knew me by my name.
By name.
So I said, hey bud, how you doing?
Yo,
and
That's what you do.
and he says, oh, not too good. And first off, don't ever when somebody says how you doing,
you're
and
good.
you hadn't seen them in a long time.
You don't really
just
mean
good.
it.
You're
You're
not.
like- you don't
it's
really
not like
mean it.
Ryan's coming to me and say, hey man, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then I can have a conversation.
You don't know this
guy hits me with not too good, man, and I'm like, oh, we're in it.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it.
Like I hadn't seen you
This
in
poor guy
ever.
drives a minivan, drinks strawberry milk, and got nobody to talk to. He goes to Applebee's every night of the week to the bar, and now he finds a guy he wants to talk to.
I'm gonna
He's trying to get a life.
hold on. Oh man, I hope he doesn't.
we just
listen.
lost a huge chunk of our listeners because Chris is railing against them.
I've got to finish the story because it gets better.
They don't know what podcasts are.
All right, so anyways, and
Yeah, they do. That's all they do is listen to him.
And he tells me what I was going on, and I don't remember because I have dementia. But and I'm like, man, yeah.
It's a tough life.
I'm like, I'm all right. He said, what they got you doing now? Like, that's a weird way to say, what's your job? But like someone's making me do it. I was like, I'm teaching at the high school. He's like, that sucks. And I'm like, and I was, and in my mind, I'm looking at what I have in my hand and what he has in his hand, which is a strawberry milk at 7 a.m. from the gas station because he doesn't have enough know-how to just like do that at home.
Dude,
Like
the guy that complains about his whole life to a person that didn't even know him,
And he knows you don't know his name.
and he's like, he
doesn't know.
He's like,
Yes, he does.
he's about to know.
He's like, whatever your life is, that sucks. Your life sucks to that guy.
But I felt like I should at least defend myself. I was like, nah. I said, no, it's not that bad. I enjoy it.
That's a good
I changed career paths to do this and took a huge pay cut. But
Dude, that's like,
anyways,
He says that sucks.
this guy, he said he had the audacity. He was like, yeah, I just got off work, and I was like, and my job sucks. I woke up this
that's
morning
like- that's
at
like-
a normal hour, and he's wearing his security uniform, so he's working security night shift. And I think I even said, I was like, oh yeah, graveyard shift. Like,
That's so much better than
anyways, so we go on our separate ways, which is the same direction to the counter to check out. So the awkwardness is still there because I'm like, who the heck is this guy, and why does he think my life sucks? Like I feel like I would know if he was on Facebook with me. So, anyways, it bothered me so much that this guy knew who I was that I looked through old yearbooks.
Wow.
And I think I found who he was. And then I looked him up on Facebook. He is really into crochet.
This is getting works for you, Jason. He thinks you're love
I'll be honest with you.
He's crocheting, working night shift as a security
From
guard.
that moment to now, it's been like a couple months. I don't remember his name, but I knew it was him. I knew it was him because of his hair color, his beard, all that stuff. So I found the person, and I was like, this looks a lot like it could be him. He was wearing his security uniform. Security uniform in one of those pictures, so I know it was him.
Dude,
Well,
the only
This
analogy,
is probably the best story that we've had in this podcast.
the only analogy I can think of to describe what I'm thinking in my mind is like, what if, like if you have like a girlfriend that you're real proud, like yeah, I'm dating so and so now, and like real proud, and the guy's like, that sucks.
Yeah,
there was a dude I worked with one time,
he
and
just straight up told me
I'm
my
really
life
proud of what I do, actually. I think it's honorable.
I'm
He's
crocheting on the graveyard shift, working security,
And I
drinking
think-
strawberry milk, not even chocolate.
He's going to his crochet club, being like, listen, what Jason's doing now, like, God, that guy.
I saw
So,
the
a
picture.
couple
I don't
things.
think
Wait.
he's in
Before I
the
don't want to
club.
forget this.
All right, go ahead.
Ben, hold that. It reminds me of a quote in another story where me, you, and a friend went to see the movie Bucket List. And
We went to see Bucket List together.
no, me and Ben and another friend went to see Bucket List when we were in
Okay.
high school. And this really
Yeah, y'all are
big,
old.
like strong guy starts crying because it's an emotional movie, and one of our friends starts making fun of this really buff guy for crying. But in the movie, the quote at the end is, "How do you judge yourself? You should judge yourself by the character of those that judge you." And so thinking about it,
So if I judge myself by the guy who thinks my life sucks, and this is a guy who's working graveyard
how
shift,
many times have you watched
Strawberry
Bucket
milk.
List?
just one time. That's the one time I ever watched it. I've never
There's
seen
no
it.
way you memorized
you
that.
I
remember
did
that.
because that was I remember that.
I remember quotes from movies that I've seen a lot.
So
Not
what
one
you said,
time.
Ryan, about the girlfriend reminded me when I was young and working at Ingles. There was this old guy that worked there, and he dated this old lady, and she was rough with 2 F's, and
She fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
She a country
like,
rough.
And I had to use his phone one time for something I can't remember. Maybe mine was dead. It was a flip phone, and I flipped this thing open, and there's a picture of her in a bikini laid out, and I go, and he goes, pretty hot, huh? And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I just gave the phone back. I didn't even use it. I just walked away.
Not that important.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
my son, you know, they try to give you all these pictures that your kids draw at school.
Oh God!
They come home at the end of the year with like a stack of them.
700 of them.
Look, this
Throw
lady.
that stuff away.
Yeah, dude, I crinkled that thing up in front of the teacher. I want him to know. One
Don't
time
send
he
that
brought
crap.
something. He brought something. This is like I don't care about stuff like. He brought something home from VBS. It was like this big plant, and it was supposed to be like of the tomb when Jesus left and or Jesus was rose from the dead. But it was big.
Just to go over that real
Keep
fast.
going. I got a hilarious story.
This
that y'all tell me.
VBS teacher gives me this thing,
It's a plant.
and and I look at her
Like you could put it in a garden.
no,
Stop now.
I look her dead in the face when she's like, he made this, he did so good. I look her dead in her eyes and go, what the heck am I supposed to do with this thing? What am I going to
This
do with
VBS
this?
worker has spent her own money, her
I
own
think
time,
she
prepared
didn't-
all
no,
this crap. And
oh,
Ryan looks at her and
stop.
goes,
She didn't pay for that.
I was like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Ryan,
Sounds to me like she needs to get a life.
she's probably going to Applebee's after this to the bar.
Ryan is the most shameless person I know.
So
Yes.
He
talking
will
about the
tell
VBS
it.
thing last night, Molly.
I don't
We had VBS this week. And Molly comes home. And last night was the last night, and she comes home with this whole sack of just the same stuff you're talking about, just crap. But one of like the coloring things, it wasn't even Jesus. It was like I don't know who it was, but there was people.
Peter.
Jesus.
And she goes, "That's Jesus in commerce." and I go, Molly, Jesus ain't in commerce. And then she starts telling a whole story. She's like, but she's a doofus, and she's like, yeah, Jesus in commerce, and he's in their hearts, but then they poop, and she starts rattling off. I don't know why she even knows commerce. But I made it perfectly clear.
Jesus
that
ain't
that's the most
commerce.
godforsaken town in the world. If you're in commerce,
He's talking about this city.
If you're
of
in the
commerce.
city of Commerce, Georgia, you go to Applebee's every night. Like,
That's who's at the bar. Now, I wasn't gonna say that, but we all do that.
Hey, you know what else Molly did at VBS? She told everybody, "My dad says bad words."
She did. I got a text this morning saying that. So,
all right, that's all we got today, folks. We learned that Chris hates Applebee's, Ben hates Commerce, Georgia, and Ryan is the most shameless person in the world. And remember,
It's better to be a has-been than it never was.
Chris and I broadcasted Jefferson High School football on the radio back in the day. See you next week.
Do I need to switch it?
Yes.
It was here already. I didn't even do it.
Because of you. Look at that chair right there.
it's looking at you. Look who found a chair. We both just good job.
YouTube videos. So,
Didn't kick the table.
I was off with it.
dang it. Okay, do I restart again?
Yeah, definitely.
I guess so.
All right.
Hold on, this is for me.